Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, we did. Yeah, we did the. Sure. What the hell? Well, since you're so eager, go ahead.
I don't know. Oh, I just read the title. Blackpink's Cameramen. So it's not just a man.
Just
Many of them.
plural.
Yeah, I used to have an issue with that when I was learning English. I didn't know what was the difference between man, men, women, and woman.
Oh, woman.
I mean, women. Yeah,
Woman.
it was so.
What, is that a ball of woman?
It was very difficult for me to understand. Why do you say, man and men? But yeah, plural.
Let's go. It's a compilation.
Don't take it too seriously, please.
Oh, we won't.
Let's start with the Asian Artist Awards. The AS.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
But that was not his fault. Can we have a moment for that? That it was not the cameraman's fault. That was actually somebody just randomly walking in front of his right shot, a close-up shot. That's actually a nightmare for camera people.
Yeah, 'cause
just putting it out
kick
there.
him.
It's like, God damn it, get out of the way, Karen!
You know, actually, some of the most impressive ones are the tennis ones. Because you know how difficult those camera people that move like that? You know how difficult it is to follow that bloody ball? Like, it's so hard. The ones that are, like they're fucking doing a workout, man. They're crazy. And then imagine these guys, they have heads, they have little potatoes, basically. To them, they just look like potatoes. They just look like that. It's just a big blob. You have this guy in front of you, you gotta move. It's impressive. I'm gonna stand with the cameraman.
I think so too. Yeah, there are people randomly talking, like walking in front of this. And what's up with her mic? LOL. That's what happens in awards, though. It happens.
Yeah, awards are rough. Bye. See ya.
Well, you know what's also hard? Learning their choreos.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's hard.
That's why the awards, actually, I'm surprised that it goes so well, because
it's hard.
the cameramen,
they usually have people queuing them in.
of course, and actually in the runs, in most of practice runs, they're also present and they're making notes and they're jotting stuff down.
Usually I think what they do is that the labels hand them over a script of what happens of the plot, what happens on stage.
I don't know how Korean
and
shows
obviously,
do it.
Well, at least that's how they do it when I was doing them. So you hand over a script of the blocking. That's what you call it, block. How you block the whole the whole performance. And the cameraman will, the assistant of the cameraman would follow and cue the cameraman to where they need to be. But sometimes, though, when you have so many performers in an award show, things like this are gonna happen. Mics are gonna go off in the wrong moment. Songs are gonna be put in the wrong moment.
That's why those
camera people won't know who's singing in the right moment. Those things happen. We're all human.
That's why
hard, though.
that performance, a specific performance of Coachella, to me is so impressive.
Absolutely.
And especially with these ladies, man, like the pressure is on them, not like any other group. Because they're an anomaly of the industry, actually of any industry in the world. The pressure is always on them to perform, and sometimes things are out of your control. That's actually a lot of things out of your control when you're performing live. That's why that performance to me was so impressive. And they have a few
power.
really, really like impressive performances. I'm like, that's why live to me is paramount. Like I might be a fan of them listening to the album or songs, but then when I watch them live, that's really when I become a fan of somebody.
Of course.
Because that's when everything should go wrong. Like it shouldn't go right, especially at these awards.
Yeah, and that's why.
Theoretically,
and that's
difficult.
why when performances like this in festivals or award shows and stuff like that go so well, are so impressive. At least to me, they absolutely blow my mind because the settings are so harsh. It's such a harsh environment for a performer. Yeah. So it's incredible when they go so well,
they murder.
Which is so often. You know, that's to me is like crazy. That crowd.
Yeah, it's those awards, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they gotta be.
But people
perfect.
are not very interactive in those awards, though.
It's gotta be like perfect.
See, and you got people walking. A mess.
Let's show BTS instead of the dance break. But isn't that like part of the whole thing though? Like
Yes.
MMAs? Yeah, that's interesting to say that. Okay,
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say the screen.
That's tough.
It's just tough. I just really feel
The panoramic one, I understand why they do it, but damn, she looks good. What the fuck?
absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Camera
Has
has
left the world.
left the chat.
Left you on blue.
She looks good as well, man. What the hell?
They look they always look incredible though.
Yeah, sometimes I want to add that cinematic.
Yeah, of course, because look at how, like, that's a shot and a half. Look at the amount of people you got there, though. What the hell?
It's that shot. I actually like that shot.
Me too. That is such a pinnacle shot.
Yeah, I mean, I understand though. Sometimes you want to kind of focus on the artist because if this is a show,
that's exactly
they only
what
get
you're
3
going
max.
for. Exactly.
So, and you know, as fans and stuff, you might want them to be really focused on them.
It's not a drum, it's on a wire.
That's on a wire.
So,
Yeah.
but these shots are impressive because you know it's also a show for the show. Like,
Absolutely, absolutely.
so yeah, I mean, it
I
is
guess
what it
they
is sometimes.
perhaps picked the wrong moment to show the crowd. I guess
Could've, yeah.
like to get a panoramic, but honestly, I
And
think
also-
this is a pretty impressive shot.
And also,
there.
the cameramen are at the mercy of the director. So if he says panorama now,
Yes,
you have
go.
to panorama now if you want to keep your job.
Cameraman, open that shot. Let's go.
Okay. But Rose said, no!
No.
Yeah, I think it's because they.
Can't even
Yeah,
see the
that's
dance
rough.
break.
That's
No, that
rough.
is harsh.
That's rough. Oh yeah.
4.0.
SBS. Oh god.
God damn.
An iconic performance with the worst camera work I've ever seen. Oh god.
The stage design, and that takes forever to make. It is crazy to get that stuff right.
I understand both parties though, because if you look at it from one perspective, that solo, we don't really have many shows of that solo live.
That's so true.
So I understand why the stage went on her, but at the same time, that stage is a joke.
Absolutely.
So-
When I saw the whole performance, like the whole thing,
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was great.
We
did.
we watched it on the channel as well.
Yeah.
Right? So.
I did think that there were some moments where I would have appreciated a bit closer shots to the girls, like especially on the wrong ways. You know that the stage has like a runway, and you really couldn't see. But apart from that, I wasn't mad. I actually liked the fact that they showed you the stage design because holy crap!
Also
How
creates a
long
bit-
did it take him?
Also creates a bit of an atmosphere. Yeah, that's also a good point. Go on, let's keep watching. This is very, very interesting.
I love this. This is awesome.
Oh, they didn't want to show that.
Of course not.
No. I mean, added the realism. Added a bit.
Oof.
So I added a bit of realism. Yeah, that is a bizarre shot. That one.
See, this is the moment. Yeah, I think they were just having a harsh time knowing what was happening. I think they were a bit lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough, man. Again, those award shows, I think we've mentioned it before in many
Settings
reviews
before,
and stuff
yeah.
of award shows. Like, that's the place where stuff is gonna go wrong, and that's the one. Those are the shows where I'm the most nervous, and I'm actually so surprised that some of the most iconic moments are in live shows.
I actually thought that whole performance, how
Well,
it happened,
I'd love-
was absolutely iconic.
I'd love to know what people think about it, because at the end of the day, like, we're just two people, so it matters more like what the general consensus is.
Of course.
So, like, what did you think when you first watched that performance, or especially in the solo and the outfit change and stuff like that? Because I if I'm recalling it correctly, I don't even think we recalled. Like, I think when we watched it, I was like, where did she change?
I think so too.
So it fooled us.
Yeah, I was very focused in the whole thing.
Maybe it didn't get. Maybe you were taken away from the experience. So I'd love to see what you thought of the performances as such. But very interesting, very intriguing.
What can we
Can we
talk
talk about
about?
the cameraman loving Jason during this performance?
Yes, we can. Let's talk about it.
Which one is this? All right.
This. But how could you not? How could you not? Absolutely stunning. Yes. But I love for those visuals though.
She has great hair, man.
She looks absolutely gorgeous.
Looks like very healthy hair.
Yep.
SBS Gaio Dejan 2016. Bro, Rose looks insane.
This song is such a cool song.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see how you notice in the common denominator?
Yeah.
How often it happens. Some people had like oranges in their thing.
Yeah. I remember that this like...
The Coachella one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well...
Yeah, it's tough. That's the cameraman trying to figure everything out.
I actually thought it was very atmospheric.
I'm so impressed with this one.
There it is. Yeah.
It happens.
Bonus clip, let's go. We love bonus clips.
Yeah,
I love how you could hear the fallbacks though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Put it up. I love that stuff because you're actually hearing what they're hearing. That's cool. I like that. Makes you feel like you're on stage with them. I don't mind that shot at all.
It's a peculiar setting for a crowd, isn't it? Like it's so formal. It's so very. That's why I don't like those shows. It's not real.
It's like performing at the Oscars. It's like such a formal, strict code.
It's like performing to your teachers in school.
Yeah, and everybody has to be so stiff and non-reactive and.
It's like an audition. It feels like an audition. You know, you know, when you go to an audition, they're all like.
They're just looking at you and just not really. Harsh environment though.
Tough. Props to the girls.
Absolutely, 100%. See, you're hearing what they're hearing. See, because you cannot hear it when the camera changes.
Yeah, of course.
I love it.
Lots of breath, lots of
low soundtrack.
Yeah.
High on the vocals. Oh, hi there. I'm like, oh my god.
You know.
Yes.
You know how stressful.
Thank you for watching. No, thank you for making the video.
This video is not meant to offend anyone. Working as a cameraman, directing can be very difficult.
Yes, I totally agree.
And I think if you've ever had an TV experience or any sort of performance or show business experience, you'd understand why all those mistakes happen. It is a shame that they happen, of course. You would wish every performance was perfect, but it's just like life is a mess. Being live is a mess. And decision making fast changes.
And can we make a point here that this happened under generalized settings?
Yeah.
Every single one of these performances were under generalized settings.
Yep.
Super difficult to get the stuff right. They probably had at least another 10 other performers
with different bands,
with different settings, with different choreos and things to follow and directions to lead.
With minimal 4+ members. Right.
It is very, very difficult. Generalized settings are very hard to get right.
Nightmare.
Festivals, award shows, anything that you got
showcases.
Anything where you got one stage, shoot everybody. That's harsh. That's very tough.
And again, I don't know how Korean shows work. We're always learning about in this regard and stuff, but it seems to be very similar to any other show. So it's props to this camera people. Obviously, we wish it would gotten perfect.
And
but
absolutely 100% props to the girls though, because they
gotta make it work,
it
man. They're pros
every single time, regardless of the environment, regardless of whether the camera are doing their job or not, whether they can hear themselves clearly or not. I absolutely adore that about them. Yep. I think that is outstanding.
Last week, I could also tell people monitoring issues in the last one and stuff. So it's rough, man. It's rough going live and performing live in front of thousands of people. That's why so much respect and we always try to focus so much on the great things that they're accomplishing because it's rough. It's very difficult. Anyways, let us know what you thought about it and what else we should check out next.